If you're looking at homes on 30A and your budget is anywhere from $3 million to $10 million, I'm going to break down exactly what you get at each level, from design to proximity to the beach, lifestyle, and even rental projections. And if you want me to send you a curated list of the best deals in your price range, just comment below or message me, 30A list on Instagram. I'll send it right to you. I'm Jason, your 30A luxury real estate advisor. Let's jump into the $3 million tier. Before we take a look at that first home, I'm going to give you an overview of what 30A is, just in case you don't know anything about it. 30A is right along the Gulf Coast of Florida in the Panhandle, and it's about a 14-mile stretch of road all the way from the east end, closer to Panama City Beach, all the way to the west end, closer to Sandestin. And there are a lot of different communities all along this road, each with their own look and feel. So no matter what you're looking for, you will probably be able to find it somewhere along 30A. I've never had any of my clients come to 30A and did not fall in love with it. All right, so here we go. We're going to jump in here and take a look. Looks like we got one right here, about $3 million. Go ahead and click on that one. Okay, so first of all, this home is in WaterColor. So what you've got here is you got a 4-bedroom, 5-bath home for 2,000. It's 2,810 square feet. So that's not a lot of square footage for $3 million. That's over $1,000 a square foot. And prices aren't normally that high, average along 30A, unless you might be in one of the nicer communities. Now, there are a handful of nice communities. WaterColor. And the reason these communities are so nice is because they have a lot of amenities that you won't find in other areas along 30A and one of maybe the smaller communities or just along the roads in maybe a non-HOA area. The nicer communities along 30A are going to be Rosemary Beach, Alice Beach, Water Sound, Seaside, WaterColor. You've got Grayton Beach. So those areas tend to have more amenities. WaterColor is one of my favorite communities. They just have so many amenities there. They've got hiking trails. They've got Western Lake, which you can go paddle boarding. You can go canoeing. They got tennis courts. They've got 5 different phases. There's a Publix right around the corner from them, so easy access to groceries. It's right around, it kind of surrounds a community called Seaside, which is like the iconic area of 30A if you've never been here. So you're within easy walking distance to that. You've got a beach club. It's right on the beach. Phase 1 is right on the beach. So they got some Gulfront homes, some Gulfront condos, and things like that. They've also got phenomenal restaurants. They've got places to shop. So WaterColor is a great spot to be. So this home, just to give you a background, is in WaterColor, which means it's going to be a little bit higher priced than a lot of the homes on 30A. But let's take a look at it. So the inside of this home looks really nice. It is very well done. They've got shiplap on the walls. They got beadboard on the ceilings along with beams on the ceilings. Looks like it's pretty nicely furnished. Now we can roll down, take a look at the kitchen. Kitchen looks nice, well done. Gas appliances, stainless steel appliances. Very beachy looking. You got teals, whites, grays, and that's about the normal beachy look that you're going to get if you see an updated home along 30A. 2 levels. So when you get outside, you are not usually going to have a lot of yard. There's a lot of amenities in the community, so you don't really need a lot of yard. Some of the homes have yards, and you'll have a small place to sit, maybe a fire pit. Some of the homes are going to have swimming pools. These have large decks, nice porches, nice bedrooms. I think really the only thing that I would change in this home are the bathrooms. The bathrooms look like they need to be a little bit more updated. It's got hardwood floors. Those look good. Nice cabinets. Nice tile in the rest of the house. But yeah, that's about it. So a $3 million home in WaterColor. Not bad to look at. This one would do really well in the rental pool. So I know a lot of my clients, They not only want a home to use for their family, but they also want a home to use as a rental. I mean, why not make a little bit of rental income whenever you're using your home and you come down and stay in it and then have it pay for itself a little bit? I work with a lot of investors, and what my investors want to see is they want to see how much am I going to pay for the home? How much am I going to make? And how much am I going to spend on the home during the year? So I've come up with a net sheet that pretty much handles all that. It shows you what you're going to pay for the home. We can get a really good rental projection. If the home doesn't already have some rental income attached to it, that it's just used as primarily a rental to give you a good idea of what the income's going to be. We can use different homes around the area that are rentals and get a really good idea of what the rental projection is going to be. And then I can plug those numbers in. I'll give you an example of what I do for my clients whenever they're looking at rental income. I have a spreadsheet and it breaks it down like this. So this is a home in Draper Lake, which is along Highway 30A. Cost is 1.4 million. Rental dollars, rental income is about 126,000. Rental agency fee. This is someone that was going to manage it themselves, so they didn't really have a management fee. I usually throw 5% in there as a buffer, just in case you have some unforeseen things that may come up during the year, like if having to paint something or throwing a new couch or something like that. Um, I take out all your fees, property taxes, electric, water, landscape, insurance, your HOA fees, if there's an HOA, internet and cable, and then I get up with your total expenses minus income, and that kind of gives you a good idea. Now, this is an old home, and I'd have to adjust the numbers, but that gives you an idea of what I do for my clients whenever they're asking about rental income, and it just gives you a good idea of, okay, if I buy this home, this is how much that I could make. And I use conservative numbers too. I don't want you to call me the next year and say, hey, Jason, that home did not do anything. I want you to let me know that it did better than I actually told you to, or told you it would. So these numbers will really help. And if you're using a lender or if you have a loan on the home, it's probably not going to cash flow, not unless you put down a lot of money, not with interest rates the way they are. If you put cash down or you pay cash for the home, it'll usually always cash flow. But like I said, after we go through those numbers, I can show you what that is, and it'll help make a decision. It's helped many of my clients make a decision on which area to go with and which home to go with, just based on what the rental income value is. By the way, if you'd like this level of service, text me or call me, 850-231-7026. $3 million is the entry point for a lot of luxury buyers here on 30A. $3 million home is going to be good rental potential. It could be anywhere from $150,000 a year to $250,000 a year. If you didn't notice, this home is only about a minute walk or golf cart ride from the beach. So that's great. That's really close to the beach. And usually with a $3 million home, I mean, you see that this one's got 2,800 square feet. That's not a lot of square footage. It's a 4-bedroom house, nice size. But for $3 million, the finishes and closest to the beach, along with being in WaterColor, is actually what's pushing the price point up on this one. If this price point is where you're searching, shoot me a quick message and I'll send you the best $3 million options, including the off-market ones. At $3 million, you're getting convenience, strong rental ROI, and the 30A lifestyle, but you are not yet in the ultra luxury category. Now let's jump into the $5 million level, because this is where the feel changes dramatically. All right, let's go to a $5 million. Okay, here's a $5 million home. Let's click on this one. And let's take a look. This is a 5-bedroom, 6-bath home for $5 million. So you got more square footage there, about twice the size. This one's 4,000, almost 4,400 square feet. The other one was 2,800 square feet. So you get a lot more house. Now, of course, this one is not in the WaterColor community. I don't believe it's in... Oh, it's in Grayton Beach. There we go. That's a nice community. So it's in a nice community. Now, Grayton Beach is just one of the iconic areas of 38. There's not a lot of amenities, but man, the beach is great. It's one of the few places along 30A where you can take your vehicle with a beach pass. You got to get that each year and drive out on the beach. So You can go out there, take your car, drive out to your spot, and just have the day at the beach. It's awesome. If you have a friend with a beach pass, even better. And then you can help them clean up their car. But it is a great spot to be. They've got a great restaurant over there. And by the way, I don't think I mentioned this before, but 30A has some of the best restaurants anywhere in the United States. They're amazing. Lots of really good restaurants. One of those is in Grayton Beach, and it's called the Red Bar. It's a great spot to eat if you ever want to go over there, have some drinks. So, and some food. All right, we're going to look at this one. Looks really nice. Nice architecture. You got a lot of, you're going to see the difference. You got a lot of windows, lots of natural light. Looks good inside. It's well furnished. They also have shiplap on the walls. Nice floors. Nicely done. Nice bedrooms. Nice finishes. Great bathrooms. Great showers. Vanities. Yeah, this one looks like it's incredible. And maybe a swimming pool out back. So for rental potential, there are 3 things that are going to make your home stand out. Oh yeah, great pool. Little pool right there. There's 3 things that are going to make your home stand out on 30A for rental to make it rent the best that it can. 1, a swimming pool. Obviously, people that are coming down to the beach, they want to go to the beach, but after a couple days and getting sunburnt, they get tired. They might just want to hang out at the pool, or they have little ones and they like to just keep them around at the pool. But swimming pool, big thing if you're looking for rental potential. Now, a community that has a swimming pool is almost just as good, but a home with a pool is always better. Number 2, you're looking for a home with a golf cart. Now, there are certain communities along 30A, Rosemary Beach, Seacrest Beach, and they don't allow golf carts. I believe Seacrest Beach, if you have a pass, you're allowed to have a golf cart. But as far as renters, not allowed to have a golf cart. And I think that's the same for Alice Beach and a few other communities. So you have to be careful about getting a golf cart if you are staying or owning or renting in one of those neighborhoods. I can get a list of that for you if you need. But if you're at a home other than those, get a golf cart. That is always a way to really bump up your rental numbers. Number 3, and I don't really suggest this one unless you just love dogs and pets, open your home up to pets. Any home that allows their renters to bring their pets always maximizes their rental income. So those are the 3 things. I hope that helped. So let's take a look. So this $5 million home, they got a great backyard. It's not right on the beach. I don't even think that it has a beach view, but it does have a swimming pool, and it's very close to the beach. I would say that this home is probably, within a couple of minutes walk. Oh man, it just looks really nice. Got bunk beds, that the more heads in beds that you can get, the better rental potential you're going to have. Lighting throughout. Looks really nice. Yeah, this is the top floor. So yes, you have a Gulf view, and you can see, you can look, there's only a couple of houses between you and the sand dunes and the beach. So yeah, you are within a couple of minutes walk to the beach. Super easy. So convenience to the beach. You've got the Red Bar. You've got a lot of nice shops in this area that you can buy stuff for clothes, things like that. Get drinks at the Red Bar. There's a couple of other restaurants right around there. They have a 4th of July parade that goes through Grayton Beach. It's great. A lot of really nice stuff in Grayton Beach. It's got that low-key feel. You've got a couple of beach accesses. If you have a beach permit, you have to be an owner there, and then they have a raffle that they give those away, a lottery. So not everybody gets one, but they do give out a lot of them each year. And if you get one, you're one of the lucky ones, and you can go out on the beach, drive your car. They also have Western Lake that flows out into the Gulf, which is right there at Grayton Beach. So again, families love this area. They can go out there. They've got the beach or they've got the lake. So if it's a little rough out at the beach or they have little ones, it's really shallow in the lake in most spots, they can just let them play in the lake, and it's a great spot for tourists and visitors and locals. That's where we go quite a bit. All right. Let's get back over here. Oh, you also have an outdoor kitchen here. That's really nice. Lots of outdoor space. You notice the outdoor space is really nice. Lots of room, lots of space for entertaining. Okay, let's break down the $5 million home. Architecture is more intentional. There's more glass. There's more natural light. Outdoor living becomes a real feature. There's pools, outdoor kitchens, and more large decks. You're often closer to the sand, or you have partial Gulf views, which this one did. A lot of homes in this category usually gross 300K to 400K rental income. If you're someone who wants the experience of 30A, not just the home, this is the price point that most of my buyers end up moving into. If that sounds like you, DM me and I'll build you a custom $5 million buyer brief. Most buyers who start at $3 million end up stretching to $5 million because the daily lifestyle difference is massive. There's more privacy, more space, and more appreciation potential. Okay, now let's look at the $10 million home, because this isn't just a nicer home, it's a different category entirely. All right, let's get down here to a $10 million home. There we go. This is where you see Gulf front or top tier community locations. We're going to look at a Gulf front home here. And as you can see, this one is right on the beach. This is what you're paying for. If this house was, a couple of blocks back, it might be worth 5 million, maybe a little bit less. It is 4 bedrooms, 5 baths, 4,000 square feet, and that whole beach is yours. You have a walk down to the beach. Let's take a look at it. You got 60 feet of Gulf frontage, and it's 32 feet above sea level. You're really close to Seaside. There's another nice restaurant, the Surfing Deer. And that, being that close to Seaside's really nice. Easy bike or golf cart ride. You can even walk down there. It's really nice. Less than a half a mile to Seaside. It's less than a mile to WaterColor. You got a nice back porch overlooking the Gulf. I'm sure that most of the bedrooms in the house are Gulf views. Gulf front cabana, fully fenced. Got a nice big yard. So most of these houses are going to have a nice lot, half acre or more most of the time. A lot of glass in this house. A lot of nice windows to let in natural light. Really good looking backyard. Okay, so concrete construction. Impact windows, metal roof. Everything that's built after 2004 has to have some kind of hurricane protection. Impact windows, that's hurricane protection. Nice metal roof. Concrete construction, that's the big one right there. So this house is solid. And that is going to make it worth a lot more. You got a nice swimming pool, fireplace by the swimming pool, covered heated pool, Gulf views. Obviously, it's Gulf front. You got a covered outdoor dining space. Lots of room for entertaining. Let's get inside and check the house out. Oh, so you got glass doors that kind of cover the outside patio. Looks a little bit outdated, but it looks nice inside. Got a smart home system, new audio video system. Says it's recently updated by a local designer. Looks like it could probably, be a little more beachy. It looks nice though. Sub-Zero appliances, Wolf. Nice bathrooms. Nice bedrooms. Again, a lot of natural light coming in through all the windows. So yeah, all the bedrooms have Gulf views. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them have Gulf views. Private balcony with Gulf views. So your balconies are huge. Again, it's that Gulf front home, that Gulf front home is going to have the most value along the beach, just because when you come to the beach, you want to see the beach. So if you got a home on the beach, that gets top dollar. But all in all, it's a really nice home. Nice sunset views. A $10 million home is where the architecture becomes fully custom. We're talking about curated materials, designer interiors, and the outdoor living spaces usually rival luxury resorts. Nice sunset. That would be your view every evening. These homes can usually gross anywhere from $350,000 all the way up to $650,000 if you even choose to run them. Laundry room, nice big master bathroom, nice big shower. Looks like really nice closets with custom shelving and drawers. Bunk beds, again, the more places you have to sleep, the higher the rental income potential. And again, you've got Gulf views. Yeah, really well put together home. $10 million. Double car garage, right on the beach. That's why you pay the big bucks. These homes are not always available, and a lot of times they get sold off market before the public ever even gets a chance to see them. If you want access to those opportunities, message me Luxury Access and I'll put you on my private alert list. At $10 million, you're buying exclusivity, scarcity, and long-term appreciation, not just square footage. Here's the final comparison on all three homes. Let me give you the simplified breakdown. For $3 million, you get a great rental, walkability to the beach, and it's usually upgraded but not generally custom. For the $5 million home, you'll get an elevated lifestyle, modern architecture, and usually better appreciation pockets. With a $10 million home, you can get Gulf front or legacy level properties, and that supply is usually limited. If you're shopping between $3 million and $10 million, I'll build you a curated list based on exactly what you want. Whether that's rental ROI, privacy, walkability to the beach, or pure lifestyle. Just send me a message with your price range or comment below and I'll take care of the rest. And if you want off-market opportunities, the ones that never hit Zillow, ask me about my private buyer network. Those are the deals my top clients get first. Hey, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.